I love sharing success stories, and I gotta admit I don't do it enough. But today, I had one really rock my world. Well, let me just tell you more. Dear Mr. 2020, I have been following your postings about the teachings of Neville Goddard for over a year. You explained the Sabbath when you responded to my comment. Thank you. I was profoundly blessed by that enlightenment. And she continues on. I ended up owing $100,000. And now it gets worse. I ended up owing the IRS $100,000 for penalties, taxes. I haven't worked in 5 years. The government contract I had was not renewed. I thought God was punishing me. Have you ever felt like that? Like the whole world is stacked against you? Have you ever felt that God is punishing you? Deborah ended up settling with the IRS for $500. But first she got fired. She got fired. Sometimes things just seem to get worse and worse and worse. But in the end, Deborah paid the IRS $500 when they demanded $100,000. This isn't the only success story we have like this. Mick in Manifesting Mastery sent us one too. $250,000 approximately. And they settled for something like $550. It was ridiculous. I love when these people support each other. Think about it. Mick shares their success story. Deborah shares their success story. I want you to join in the fun and share yours. I'm not saying you got to do Manifesting Mastery. All I can tell you is we've been teaching it for over 13 years. We've got thousands of success stories. And we watched people struggle for years too. And you don't have to struggle. So we made up the course. I made up the course based on the last 3 years of my life before we made the course up. I ended up in Australia, marrying her, living here, getting citizenship, all that good stuff. But I imagined this would be my ideal dream teaching scenario. Somebody comes and stays with us. I see them 15 minutes a day over a cup of coffee. I get on with my life. They get on with theirs. I love people, but I hate wasting time. And so I figured that the ultimate manifesting course to me would be toss him in the cottage, see him for 15 minutes, and what the hell, charge him what a cheapo cup of coffee costs, about $1 or so. So that was going on 13, 15 years ago. Times have changed. But the truth hasn't. So I'm inviting you to ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. I'm inviting you to start today. We're going to be doing some serious, way cool upgrades very, very soon now. And I want you to be the first to know. I want you to be the first in the door if you want to be. But here's the deal. Every day you wait reinforces how you hesitate. Not just that you hesitate, but how you do it. We've discovered over the years there's at least a dozen hesitation strategies that people live by. Oh my God. One of them is they hesitate because they run this internal story about making mistakes. And when they run these internal stories about making mistakes, some people run them in a way that has them look foolish to others. Some people run, I made another mistake so that they look, well, so they argue with their wife. I mean, all these crazy things we do. And what we've discovered is that your state accepts or rejects any story. So one of the things we do in ManifestingMasteryCourse.com is we help you discover there's a massive difference between the stories you tell yourself and the states that you live from. Because the state that you live from determines the stories that you will accept or reject as true. Think about it. You can walk down the street and you can overhear a story. One person, they will be filled with anxiety. Another person will go, they don't even understand the story. They can't possibly accept that as true. Go throughout your day. Go throughout your day today and notice what stories do you accept as true and what stories do you naturally reject. Because your state will naturally reject stories. So you don't got to live by those stories. Think about it. People live out stories every day. They repeat their mom's stories, their dad's stories. They repeat the stories that they hear on the news. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about living them. And I just want you to live life. So there's my crass commercial for you, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Join in now so you can be first up on the update plate. It's going to be so good. Think about it. If we could take a time-tested course with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of success stories, some of them worth quite a lot of money, some of them worth quite a lot of freedom, some of them dealing with love, health miracles, anyway. But if we could take a course like that and upgrade it, make it something even more fantastic, and bring who I am now into it. I'm a different fellow now, 13 years ago to today. Anyway, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Join us. And I think you're going to be really happy with what we got going on here. That's what I got today. So remember, when things feel impossible, you don't got to settle for anything. You are how God has the adventure of a lifetime. Let's imagine up something yummy as we go into the silence. So I'm back here at the cottage. It's dark outside. I don't know if you can hear, but the kookaburras have just started their sacred song. And I've been sipping on my coffee while making this, and I realized something. My coffee doesn't have an essential ingredient in it this morning. It's called butter. I love drinking butter coffee. I'm just nuts about it. I love the way it tastes. I love the way it feels in my body. And my coffee doesn't have any butter in it. I don't know why I didn't make it right, but I skipped something. Now here's the thing. I've got a 500 ml coffee flask. That's like half a quart or something like that. And I don't have to drink it. I can go back and I can insert some butter. In other words, just because I haven't doesn't mean I can't. Just because I've lived by excuses most of my life doesn't mean I have to live by them now. Just because I live by stories that my mom and dad lived out, that my neighbors lived out, that even one of my mentors had some shitty experiences, and I lived those out too. I can reject those stories by assuming different states. So, dive deeper, soar higher. Join us. Have a great day. See ya.